Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to the third episode of my Middle Ages Naba gameplay for Dominion 6. We are going to leave the early game today and enter the mid-game. So, in the previous episode, we took a really bloody nose on our battle in the Deep Forest, where obviously these Bloodhenge druids know what an imp storm is, and they totally struck me back. In the meantime, my army here is falling back to Tapanet, where she's picking up reinforcements, and hopefully we can gather some of that land here. So far, we're being encroached by Relier and Ys, but with some luck, these two nations might just decide to battle against each other. I don't know. I do know, though, that I want to reinforce my coastal provinces, as I really am afraid of these guys here, as these are really good at mind controlling things. That's just one of their specialty moves. There's also somewhere, should be an entrance to the Underdark, but that's another day's topic. Kazib and Nadab's army will take over Cassian Forest, and after that, we're going to go and see what we can claim over here, strengthening our further expansion. Let's see, Blue Moss Forest doesn't have any troops available. I just wanted to check. Maybe there was something we could send, but no. There's nothing. So for today on my list, I want to recruit here another Malika, and then we're going to start searching for magical sites in our empire here. Oops, too far. So we're going to get our gemstone income a little bit higher, because that's currently really a tragic state of affairs. I got here plenty of projects open, so we're going to continue researching down to Evocation 4. So we have Scorching Wind available, which will be hopefully really nasty. I mean, it sounds really nasty. It does fatigue the hell out of the enemy, and our troops are all immune against that effect. I still have no clue how well that works or what it does in detail, but it surely sounds like the enemy must be easier killable when they go unconscious, which they eventually do. The question is just how fast will they do. We'll see about that. Fire Cloud is another little gadget that we'll get once we get there. And Breath of the Desert is some distance spell that allows us to have some fun or crank up the heat for one of these provinces. Should be pretty good, especially against cold enemies. So for this turn, there's one more thing that I had on my mind. I want to send our friend Abdul over here to One, and we're going to start constructing palisades over here. And we're going to construct a lab over here, because I want to get the capability of recruiting Zahirs as fast as possible. These guys can be, as far as I remember, recruited everywhere. They're not capital only, but I'm not quite sure about that. Either way, we want to check out what options we got. I'm still quite a rookie with Naba. Like I said the other day, it's just my third round with them. Alright, what I meant to explain before we go over to the next turn, I went here now over to Conjuration down to level 3, as this opens up the lesser elemental summons, and these are all stupidly powerful for what they cost. Yeah, it does cost us a gem per usage, but it is just, well, really huge difference in power if you have it or you don't. So that's the next thing on my list, and after that I went to construction level 3, as I want to be able to construct the lesser magical items. There's a couple of really nice things here, like the Burning Pearl, attack skill +4, fire resist +5. In our scenario, fire resistance is actually quite useful, as we have a lot of AoE fire effects. There's Fire in a Jar, which is one temporary fire gem, which is one of those things I'm really after, so this will allow us to spam fire elementals just every fight without investing any resource. Except for those 5 in the first place, but you know, you get your money's worth back quite quickly. Then there goes Thaumaturgy level 2. It ain't that important, but I do like to have Battle Fury, as this is a pretty nice spell, although, well, it's just a very small area of effect. But, well, it's better than nothing. And after that, we enter the wonderful world of blood magic. So I'm really after level 4 and 5 here, as level 4 offers us the capability to summon ghouls, but actually that's not really where the fun's at. Level 5 offers summon Ifrit and summon Gula. We will need a lot of blood slaves to make that happen. I'm not quite sure if it wouldn't be easier to go for level 4 fire magic conjuration magic first, but the good news about it is we cannot queue up more. I can decide that later. So let's get this turn through. We have still a scout running around, and honestly, we haven't seen any AI enemy so far, except for the naval things here, like the ocean nations. That's really weird for me. Anyways, so we're going to provide a couple of bodies here in form of Nabaean Desert Warriors for the next turn. We still have a couple of resources left, so we should definitely use them. Hanif can search for something here. Definitely worth time. And now, let's see what'll go down this turn. Alright. So, our man here has found an Alchemist's Guild. Hello there, beautiful. Not only does it provide 2 gems per turn, which is really a lot, we also gained Alchemists, triple path spellcasters. Hell yeah. And they're even extra good at converting gemstone. So, Cedarwood Forest, we totally need a mage that builds us a lab here. But obviously not this turn, as our treasury is really, really low. But that is high priority. Very high priority. Quite a tragedy that I just sent Abdul over there. And tell you what, Abdul will go down to Cedarwood Forest. We're just going to build another fortification here, as the value of this province just skyrocketed a lot. Well, you know what? We're also going to add in some provincial defenses. I don't know, I don't feel too good about that. We still have a belt of provinces right next to us protecting us, but, you know, better be safe than sorry, right? Alright, let's get back to the messages. We found nothing in Tapanet, and there was a fight in Cassian Forest. So, it's the typical indie slaughter. By now, we're just, you see, we're not even taking any casualties anymore. The strike force here should be capable of taking down the standard vanilla indies quite easily. All right, there's another thing that I forgot. We need to recruit commanders. They are, in all honesty, more important than I like to admit. All right, so in Cassian Forest, we don't really have any reinforcements. We just move on over to the Mountains of Mist. I like to keep my conquest going like that. In all honesty, we could probably even do more than this, but, well, I'm not that much of an expert in this game so far. Okay, Hanif can't do much more. We can send him over to Own, though. Well, Oun, whatever. Let's send him over to search in another area. It's for now the best we can do. So here, just a couple of bodies, and we're going to put them up front a bit so they can charge forward and just tank the fire for us. So our actual front line has a little bit more time at getting buffed up. So as you see here, double line formation spreads now quite far. That's good. That's catching flanks for us. It's exactly what we want. And I mean, you could even go as far as this. But this is a very thin line, and it has the issue. I mean, nobody stops you from going sparse line. But I think this is a good in between. Although I must say, my formation game is really not where I want it to, where I'm happy with. So next turn, evocation level 4 becomes available. That means we get a couple of new tricks up our sleeve. I cannot order them to Rabia yet, sadly, because it's not available, obviously, but I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Okay, so we got no more things up our task list, but Elmira. This beautiful lady is going to go for magical site search as well. I don't want to send more than that. I am going to keep recruiting Malika though here. as we are currently training a nice fat doom stack of adites over here that somebody needs to command at some point. All right, so our expansion goes over 2 provinces yet again. We spent all of our money yet again, and research-wise, next level will be a very important one, but it's next one. Cannot do anything about it yet. All right. So, research and evocation completed and in conjuration just at the same time. Hell yeah. So, turns out the barbarians were able to slay another one of my Adite light infantries, which sucks, as they are not really replaceable, but not out here, that is. And over here, our new Doomstack has suffered some Adite light infantry casualties, but since we got still 40 of them here on the squad, I'm really not that worried at all. Probably could use some camel riders, though. Okay, so I'm going to skip over these the last time, because now we're going to configure a couple of new spells, and that makes me pretty curious how things will go down from here. Level 2 summonings don't really offer anything too exciting in my book. I mean, summon fire ants sure sounds nice and all, but nah. We got other things that we want to spend our gems on. So, Lion Tribe people. So I really hope that we're not going to get a nasty surprise here again. But, well, we'll see about that. Oh, hello, Abizia. Oh, shoosh. So from all the enemies that I could run into, Abizia is one of them that I'm... Well, let's just say... These guys are really good against my shenanigans, as they are highly heat resistant. It's not as easy to burn people that are already made of magma. So I don't know how Abizia is composed in the Middle Ages. I think I might be doing a research run in between this and the next episodes. But all in all, this is tough competition. These blokes, they are bad news. They're really not what I'd like to see. I think I need to, we need to do this like that. Right click to move. I think this will be much more intuitive for me. And we select things like that. Yeah, that's more like I use it anyways. Alright, so the good part about it is Abizia is still far away from us. That means the throne here is the one that we need to stretch ourselves towards to, and yeah, that one is in the center, dead center of the Abyssian mainland. Alright. We luckily don't have any aquatic thrones, so huzzah, I guess. But Abizia is just, yeah, that one party guest that I didn't like to see. But so far, so good. Alright. We have one of our mages roaming over to Cedarwood Forest, and I will build my palisades over there as well. In the meantime, in Corbion and in Ancient Woods, we're slowly training up our hermit Sahirs. These guys are really good at researching, and they make a nice backup mage battery for our plans in the upcoming time. The only problem is that I don't know if Corbion is really such a good province to stay unfortified. Probably we need to change that up in the time being, but not for today, luckily. So, that also means that I need to plan ahead. Our expansion will now go, let's see, we're expanding into the direction of this throne, and in all honesty, it doesn't matter too much what Abizia does here. I think we cannot really hold that territory against them. What's really important is that our expansion goes into this corner here. So we're going to stretch this army towards that direction. This army will hopefully be able to take this throne. I just can't tell yet. But we're going to stretch our further expansion into this direction. And a third Doom stack will emerge soon. But yeah, I am very inclined to keep that here close to the borderline, as I simply don't know when these guys will decide to show up for the party. Well, so much for the planning. I still have 400 gold in my treasury, and that bothers me a tad bit. So in Naba itself, well, our recruitment is already in full gear. There's not much more that we can do here. We don't even have resources. We don't have any other fortifications up yet. So, yeah. 600 is what we need if we'd wanted to build a temple or a lab. So that's also not happening. Oh, I see what we do need. Ha! There we go. You see, there's... most of the time there is something worth your attention. Okay. So Tapanet also doesn't have a commander. I personally hated to have no commander in a specific province, as this makes administration here so much harder. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pump up the defenses of our coastal provinces a bit more with that gold. I think that's a very good investment for the future. As these aquatic nations, they will eventually attack me. I'm pretty sure about that. But you can disincentivize the AI a little bit by putting up a nice big fat wall of things. I forgot to put up my heat spells. I'm very sorry. We're going to do that now as the very first thing this turn. So we found... Oh, well, first let's check the reports. We found a air gem producer. That's beautiful. We got a loss-free fight in the range of light. We just slaughtered them, basically. That's what I like to see. So let's check out what my Malika did. I mean, maybe we can see some nice spells in action. So she's definitely following the script that I gave her, so I'm probably not going to be too happy with the results here. Yeah, but that is a brutal slaughter of enemies. Yeah, she keeps buffing things. Nothing wrong about that. Moving up ahead to the enemy. Igniting arrows of... Alright, my light infantry has ranged attacks, I suppose. Yeah, that's that. So yeah, there's been a lot of buffing here mainly. And in Elidor, yeah, the Lion Tribe dudes, they got lots of range attacks. So I probably consider myself lucky that it's just been a couple of camel riders, as these are replaceable. Ooh, hello there. Uzair the Banu Silat. What up with you, my man? So we got a really nice dude that just asked to be geared up like crazy, don't he? So, let's see. First up, our second Malika is ready. Brilliant. Wow. She got some nice paths available there. Beautiful. Alright, one thing at a time. I really want to make sure that... That sounds too easy. Well, sometimes throne cities are that easy. We'll see about that. But I really want to delete all that bufferinos and let's see. We probably don't need all those buffs, but what we are going to need is that she's going to buff herself up before I send her up front to do stuff. I think that is a smart choice. So personal mist form mirror image should provide some nice safety. Air shield. Do we have something better than that? I don't think so. Yeah. Let's do another air shield. And then we go for scorching wind. And we'll see how that'll work out. So I am going to press Control 1 now while mouse overing that. And then I'll just press 1 and apply that to all of my little girls here. We'll see if that is a setup that I'm actually going to like, but, you know... Oh, wait a sec, that was not how I wanted to divide that. So, first up, the artillery, and the other stuff is going to be the melee. Wow, that is one Doomstack. I really think that this will hit hard. Or at least I hope so. I mean, technically, I think we would be smarter if we'd be dividing the Jan Guard a little bit more. So let's see, we got Adite archers. We're going to put those in the back line. The Jun Guard we're going to put into a... I mean, we can do something nasty like that. Let's try that. Come on. It's fun, isn't it? So, and these blokes, they just march forward as a straight line. So these guys now are going to go for the enemy archers or the enemy rearmost enemies. I think archers is smart. Okay, so let's see how well that'll work. I got no clue. I just want to experiment for once. As you know, I think it is very important to do experimentation in games like these. All right, Raja, I'll send her down into the southern lands so we have a army moving in this area, as all of my larger efforts are now moving towards this area. It might be smart to have another expansionary force roaming over to Druid's land. I think that will do the trick. I'm going to pick up Uzair, or no, we're not. He has to be geared up first. Unlike Raja, he's not directly really powerful. He's a good spellcaster and all, but he will be so much better once I give him gear. And we're just not there yet. I'm currently also upgrading my research potential only very, very slowly. So I think we're pretty well off with that. Okay, so we don't have too much money this turn. At this point, I think I'm just going to send Hanif to search automatically, as I am just tired of commanding him around. Okay, so bad news, we have encountered men. I don't know how powerful the AI are with these. I don't even know how they are composed in the Middle Ages. I just know that we're gonna be careful. I see spearmen. These are pretty good against what we're playing here, as they can just fend off attackers. What we're going to do out of that is we're going to recruit a commander in Elidor, and we're going to pump up the defenses, so the AI is here again a little bit disincentivized to just attack us right away. It's the best thing that I can do here. Alright, so turns out that throne is directly behind Abizia. Central. Just Malak, I guess. Alright, our friend Abdul here is going to search for magic sites, I guess. I mean, no priest has searched here so far, so might be worth it. We spend our money. Let's see what that turn will bring. So here, the exciting parts go forward as we now see the competition. Alright, so here you see what the patrols actually do. They kill off all the brigands. And my troops in Furia are starting to starve. I need to check out what's happening there. So, no magic sites have been found. Furia. We are fighting against a couple of horses here. And I want to check out what went down here, as this is now the first time that my Malika does something like that. New script that we put up. Alright, personal mist form. Ignite arrows, I didn't script that. Air shield. Scorching wind. So here goes. Yeah, you see these blue numbers pop up? That's fatigue. So I think against indies this won't be making that much of a big difference. But heck, have a couple of these girls in the back line. Oh, Rabia casts a fireball. I think that was a miss. Have a couple of these debuffers in the back line, and this will eventually wear out the enemy. This is really good. This is really, really powerful. I can see that already. So, sucks to be our Adite light infantry, but they are the victims of attrition in this strategy. It is just what it is. And luckily, no losses at this end. This isn't so far really good, as we are here really... Well, I think this is a very scary area here. Okay, so we need to put our profit over to Furia. And obviously Furia is a very, very poor province, supplies 55, so we need to keep roaming here. That's an amazing density of provinces here, in all honesty. Haven't seen something like that since a while. So we get a lot of glamour power out of that. Okay, can deal with that. So, in the meantime, we have these moving down to the coastline, and we got... Oh, whoopsie. Still... Now I'm used to the left-click movement, you know. Alright, but Abdul is now finally able to build another lab here. That's been why I sent him over there. And let's see... Our good friend Zalah. Well... We're going to send him over to this place so he can scout out the situation there. I still got 600 gold left, so I'd really love to put down a sort of a production for mages here. So tell you what. Oh no, it's not. I don't want to have Rob. There is here Hanif. Blue Moss Forest, that is exactly a good spot. So I want to have here yet another lab for another fortress. I really want to start producing troops here as it will become necessary. I want some troop production on this northern border because we will have a war with Man, and I want something closer to the southern border as well because Abysia will not wait for us to act first, I guess. So somewhere down here would be really nice to have something going on here. Oh no! Oh no! I slept on that. Ah, I wanted to yeah, well. You see, those are the little things that you just grow better at. I wanted to recruit in Druid's Land troops before I went down there. Didn't go down that well, didn't it? Ah, well. Ah, shoot. It is what it is, I'd say. Alright, so in the meantime, we can now chain conquer the hell out of these provinces. So Canyon Range is, for us, now a place where we can pick up a couple of reinforces. And here I'm picking up these guys as cheap bodies that I can't put between me and the enemy, as I have recently discovered that this is probably one of the most powerful little guys in my roster that I haven't used enough yet. So... Horse Tribe Chief. Yeah, why not? So, my man Hanif, I can only send him to research a bit, and we're going to produce ourselves a fortification over there as well. So let's see, at Nabah, here's our next Malika ready, but I'll leave it like that and skip to the next turn. I need some research power. Oh yeah, construction is ready. Brilliant. That's what I've been looking for. So at Ramesia, we have just the regular stomp down. I hope you guys forgive me that I don't display the combat against indies, because it's just the same stomp down every time. If you want to see more combats, please let me know in the comment section. I can gladly do that. But for me, seeing the same stomp on these guys every time again, it is that exciting to me. Alright, so the Sleepy Mountains are here already under enemy control. So the very first thing that I want to do here again is to pump up the province defense and the border to make the border a tad bit more safe, as this is really very, very scary to me. Alright, so put up a couple of these blokes here and march into Grey Mountains, I'd say. Or, well, let's see, how's Furia connected? How's Grey Mountains connected? Yeah, well, we're going to march down to Balcoria, as I can make a loop back to the Sleepy Mountains over this, and the troops here can easily do their job there. I think this is going to be just fine. And when it comes down to the rest of this turn, in all honesty, I want to reconsider everything that I did so far a bit and have a thinker about how we proceed. I want to browse through the construction things that we just unlocked in with some time and patience, so I can make up a scheme about that, and then I'll decide if I'll directly jump into blood magic. I'll just give a nice look into the magic schools. So, anyways, we have here now pretty clear what will happen eventually. We obviously get attacked here, so I don't know why, but I have intel that, yeah, alright. We'll see this all in the next episode, so thanks for watching. Comments go down below. A thumbs up would be appreciated. Consider subscribing and check out the description box. Plenty of things to go around there, and I'd be super happy if you'd be checking out PayPal, Patreon, or Buy Me a Coffee if you think that you want to support the channel. I'd be more than happy about that. Big thanks to all of you who already do, and a big thanks to you watching this video up until the very end. And now I need to be a little bit scared, because I didn't expect those guys to go crazy at me like that. But we have a doom stack right next corner. Still, well, see you all next time. Bye bye.